Alongside Dave Eminian, I'm Brendan Burke. Starting off this week, we'd like to thank you. Ice Time Online has officially hit over 12,000 views online. That's a lot of people watching you, Cleve.
It's amazing. They must know that I got a really good sidekick with me, huh?
There you go. Coming up on this show, you got a chance to sit down with Davis Payne for the first time since he got the job in St. Louis.
And I think you talked to the man inside the suit right up here.
Yeah,
the captain.
PG-13, just because of the fact that if you got kids around, we're going to unmask the captain, so just be aware of that. Brandon Nelson, the guy inside the mask, we talked to him, as well as Davis Payne.
Good to see you again.
Thanks, Cleve. It's good to be back. It's always an interesting return here. I didn't anticipate it, but certainly it's been a wild and crazy 7 weeks. Obviously on Olympic break here now, so a chance to get reconnected with the family. Also a chance with an evening off to get down here and watch these guys play.
What's in your heart as you watch this team right now?
Well, you get off to a start like they did, 1-0. You want to see them jump on a team like Chicago and keep pouring it on. They've got some room to make up in the standings just like we do, and it starts every night. Some pretty good play and some pretty good offensive chances. Just need to find a way to get that clicking consistently.
Are you surprised at all about Peoria's situation as you visit us?
Well, surprised that results haven't come, but I think if you look at performances, I think that's the tough part about it, because the performances have been there. I think right after I left, it was a situation where they faced Chicago a bunch of times, and they're getting fairly hot, and everybody in the division knew that Chicago was eventually going to have to be heard from, and certainly in the past month they've made that case. And then you look at the team when they had their opportunities out in Texas. They won a one-goal game in Houston. All of a sudden they play a great game, beat Texas, first place team all year long, 6-3, and then come back the next night and make a statement and dominate them, outshoot them 40 to, I don't know, it was 15 or 16 or 17, and come away with nothing. I think those are the tough nights. You kind of leave you leave the game scratching your head a little bit, but stay faithful to that process. I think we'll see them continue to put those kind of performances on the ice, and with that, results will come.
Nobody knows this roster and this personnel better than you do, having worked with them for so long. Who would you like to see be able to step up and help the Blues from this team?
Well, all of them. That's the goal of everybody who's down here, and so it's my goal. It was my goal, and I know it's the goal of every guy in that locker room.
Are you past that adjustment period now as an NHL head coach, or you're still pinching yourself a little bit?
It was a little too numb for a pinch to even be effective to begin with, but the process after about the first 10 days to 2 weeks felt regular. It felt like we were back in there coaching, and felt like I had my feet underneath me, and now it's about being prepared and finding a way to get points. And initially there was a little bit of spin going on, and trying to really understand exactly how quick everything happened, but obviously now ingrained in the process and feel fairly comfortable. The staff has done a wonderful job and kind of helping me along with and filling all the gaps as there have been many, but I feel like routine is now there and it's in place, and everybody has an understanding of the way we want to play and how we operate every single day. So it feels normal. The losses hurt and the wins feel good, and everything in between is about being ready for the next one.
It's Davis Payne, former head coach of the Rivermen, now the Blues. Thanks.
I'm here with the guy that everybody knows and nobody knows what he looks like, Brandon Nelson. I'm going to ask you this first question here. It's going to surprise a whole lot of people. How long have you been doing this?
15 years. This is my 15th season.
And you are how old?
23.
Okay, do the math on that. He was a young guy when he started. How did you get involved in this at such a young age?
Well, I started off when I played, actually played floor hockey out at River City Athletic Club, and the kid that was on my team happened to be Doug Evans' kid, Blake Evans, and we got to talking, and he used to do the mascot back in the late 90s. They used to have two beavers, Rocky and Little Rocky, and he used to do Little Rocky, and he didn't want to do it anymore, so he asked me to do it, and I've been doing it ever since.
And now he's the captain going out there. How long have you been the captain?
Ever since the captain came in place, 2004-2005 season, so 5-6 years.
And now you also, and this is just during the winter, during the summertime, everybody knows you as a different lovable character.
Yep, I also do homework for the Peoria Chiefs as well. So
he's a busy guy. You're out there, you're having fun with the kids.
Oh, I love out there entertaining people. Nothing gets me going. And then the smile on the kid's face, and then I think it gets my juices flowing when the crowd's cheering and I'm out there getting the guys pumped up, and I think it helps them out on the ice too as well.
How do you have that much energy to go through hockey? I mean, you don't go easy. You run around all the time.
I think I keep myself in good shape. You have to be in good physical shape to pretty much keep going, to keep all the energy going up. So.
What's your favorite thing to do out there? You do a lot of dances, the cha-cha slide, the YMCA. What's your favorite thing out there?
I think my favorite thing to do is the Michael Jackson dances. I think they're more creative and it's easy to do, and people pick up on it when you do, and people are like, oh my gosh, look what he's doing out there.
About the costume, how heavy, how hot is it?
It's not too heavy, it's not too hot. I think the hottest I get is when the building's hot, and that's pretty much when I get hot. So pretty much I'm cool and even kill. I don't get overheated or anything like that. So
Brandon Nelson, he's the captain, has a whole lot of fun doing it. We have a whole lot of fun watching him.